Thank you, Lola.
She's so sexy.
I
love that
voice.
That's what I request on the 1-800.
Everybody hit record.
Word.
All right.
And then
Recording.
1, 2, 3. Did we all synchronize?
Did you see me not clap at all?
No.
I legit.
So let's clap again. I did not know we were clapping.
Damn it, Jason.
Let's do this though. Let's do this. We're gonna go 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a clap. Let's try that.
Okay.
All right.
Was 1, 2, 3 too hard for you?
Yes. There's
no
not enough rhythm. All right. Everybody ready?
Okay, let's do this.
Me and Tim, we square dance. We know this shit. We know rhythm. All right, you ready? All right. 1 and a 2.
And a 2. Oh.
Oh God.
Did you watch The Jerk?
We do it.
I found out what my special purpose was for.
Oh my God.
This is why I hit record.
Hell yeah.
God,
All right.
Damn it. The both of you.
All right. Yeah. That probably is. All right.
All right. Should we do ABC? Is that like less confusing?
A and a B and a C and a whatever. Come on.
I don't think it mattered. That was the shittiest clap I've ever seen with your own person.
I didn't hear fuck all from that clap.
Nope.
You didn't.
Or the faintest. Why are you
Jason,
leaning away from the microphone?
You're clapping your hands together, not beating your dick.
You don't gotta be gentle. I don't think, unless you got arthritis or something.
So you're saying I should take my pants off and the clap will be louder
It might
because
make it
I
work
have
better,
the clap.
yeah.
All right.
My balls against you. No, never mind.
Easy.
You guys
I
not
don't
hear me?
No.
No, I was like, you have the
But you can
weakest
hear-
claps.
I think I have the best compressor, you motherfuckers. Noise
Oh,
gate.
apparently it's compressing your clap right the fuck out.
Whatever. I mean, he's got to do the audio, so if he can't fucking hear it, I guess it's not really our problem.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. No, actually.
No?
I heard Tim's claps.
I heard
Okay.
Aram's.
All right.
How do you
All
get
right.
clapping wrong?
Let's just get
This is the
over with.
best
Too much.
STD
Too
commercial ever.
1, 2, 3. Welcome back to B&B Banter Bro Goes to the Movies. I am Timothy Bennett, your host for tonight, and joining me is Aaron Banyan and Jason Chandler. What's up, guys?
Hey, what up? What up?
What up,
What
fuckers?
To the east side.
Oh, shit.
We're in the mid. We're in the
You better
Midwest.
find some hip-hop music for this one. To the west, to the
I mean,
east.
hip hop music would be perfect for what we're going to be
Yeah.
talking tonight,
No shit.
right?
Because we need those beats.
Yeah.
Callback. I love that he made that
Nice
callback.
beats. It's a callback. Oh, never mind.
Enjoying your beats? What?
All right. Let's.
So,
wearing
if
beats.
that
I
wasn't a
sent
hint, if nobody could figure that out, we're going to be talking about Season 2, Episode 1 of Only Murders in the Building.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let me rephrase that. Only murderers in the building.
Whoa, Tina
No,
Fey.
that's
Whoa.
another podcast. You can't do that.
That's you're using the villain's words right now.
Villain.
She's set up to be the enemy so far.
Yeah,
She's-
we're not supposed to like her, although we do.
I think she is
We're
a
not supposed
foil.
to.
I don't
I
believe
guess-
she's the enemy
would you-
per se.
she's the
I would call her a foil.
It
protagonist?
depends on whose view.
Protagonist?
I'm sure she's Martin Short's enemy because she's stealing his podcast
Yeah.
moment. So
I'll
I'm
give
sure
you that
he
one.
would look at it as like, she's a raging bitch.
She's in all their thoughts.
That is
whatever.
true.
Okay, we're all right. We'll
There's
get
no
there.
format to the
them.
way this is going.
Hunting them.
Not our episode, but this episode we're talking about. Great format.
All right.
Oh,
well, let's start.
format.
Yeah. Let's start about. Okay. So let's do a quick little recap of what happened at the end of season 1.
And then I have some shit. They won
Sure
some
you do.
awards, so I can talk about that after we recap.
Okay.
All right.
Somebody tried to earn some brownie points over there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fucking do a show. I did the research. Suck it. My balls. I'll kiss your head. Same thing.
You scrotum neck.
So who
Yeah.
wants
So
to
what
do
was the recap? What
Take
happened in the last episode? At the end of the last episode.
Well, essentially, they find out that they catch. So Steve
Mabel
Martin's
turns
girlfriend.
into bloody Mabel.
That's not the recap. That's the first episode. So
All right, sorry.
let's go back to the recap.
Yep.
So they discovered that the woman that Steve Martin has been seeing, Charles is his character's name. The woman that Charles has been seeing is the one that murdered the. Forget his name now.
Tim. I don't remember. Tim,
Timothy something or other. She murdered him and is the murderer that they're trying to find. They stop her, from doing anything worse. And at the end of the episode, it is discovered they get a weird. Oliver and Charles are on the roof celebrating. Mabel goes to get more champagne. They get a text saying, "Get out now."
Yep.
They go to get Mabel and find her over the building manager's body. The building manager's name is Bunny Folger.
Bunny. Yep.
Yeah, Bunny Folger. She's been stabbed in the chest with a knitting needle that you see. Mabel's covered in blood, and she says, "It's not what you think." Then the cops burst in. Credits.
And then they carry them away to the.
Well, yeah, they
paddy
take him out, and that's the cuffs.
And then Tina Fey's assistant says,
That looks like
"Only
Tina Fey.
murderers."
That's
in
supposed to
the
be your
building."
sister, I think.
Doesn't matter. They all
Assistant.
dress like Tina
Still
Fey.
assistant.
'Cause they're all pawns.
No, I was correcting. Jason said she looked like Tina Fey. I think they're all supposed to be sisters.
Yeah, they're all
and that's why
supposed
they
to
all
look
kind of
like
look
Tina
alike.
Fey.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, they're all sisters and stuff like that. But yeah, so Tina Fey's there covering the fact that they're arrested, and she's pitching the idea of a new podcast called "Only Murderers in the Building."
Well, her
Oh, yeah.
assistant, and then she says, "But I came up with the idea. Understand?"
Yeah. She's very.
Oh, is that what it was? I couldn't
yeah.
remember.
Yep. But yeah,
Honestly, Tina
And-
Fey's a forgettable part for me.
Whoa.
sad.
As important as she is,
I'm
I was able to forget about her as opposed to other characters.
Okay.
Sad.
It's been a year. Aram's a little forgetful. But
I'm not saying her part's bad. I'm just saying I forgot about her.
We obviously enjoyed the first season so much we did a fucking, recorded podcast about it. And
Yep.
you were very excited about Tina Fey's appearance, if I recall. And anybody
Me?
can you.
I don't have to go back and recall. I mean, like I said, I'm not
So-
saying her
Recall
part
the
was bad.
recall.
I'm just
Anyway.
saying that I forgot about her character.
Right. All right.
Continue.
But yeah, the season 1 was great. We loved it. And people loved it apparently.
Yeah.
People Choice Awards. Fucking they were nominated for 3 of them. They won comedy TV star, like best comedy TV star. And I don't know which one that won it, but that's awesome. And then we also got they won the Golden Tomato Award for best comedy series or best comedy show or something like that. Yeah. So they won for the best show.
So like on Rotten Tomato.
Golden Tomato. So it is
Yeah,
a
from
Rotten
Rotten Tomato,
Tomato
though?
because they got 100% on
Yeah.
Rotten Tomato.
That's crazy.
And then the
like
last
nothing
thing
gets 100% on fucking Rotten Tomato.
exactly.
No,
It's
I
so
think
rare.
it's usually a big deal. Like
Yeah.
people put that in commercials for it.
Like
If it
And
gets
that's-
100 on Rotten Tomatoes.
if
That's why
I'm
I'm trying
correct, like Deadpool, when Deadpool came out, it didn't even get it got really, really, really high
Yeah.
on Rotten
In the
Tomato.
90s is the best you get. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what it was. Deadpool was in the 90s, and
And that-
they were like boasting about that, saying, "Oh, Deadpool got 90s and Rotten Tomato." So
As they
100%.
should, yeah.
That's incredible, and that's all
But yeah.
fan base too.
Exactly.
That's
That's
all the
why I'm
people.
making a point to talk
Yeah.
about these awards as terribly as I am, because like it's the people's choice. Like fucking, I love that so many people love it as much as we do.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling. It gives me a good vibe. And then
Well-
one last award they won, sorry, is outstanding achievement in sound editing. They fucking, so all these sound editors won this award. And as
Interesting.
you know, an editor, I'm being a little biased. Fuck yeah, congratulations. Shit's not easy. It's hard work. And I'm glad
No,
that they give out awards
not.
for that.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That it did.
Yeah,
It
that's a
didn't just
lot of-
focus on like just the show itself, like the
Yes.
pictures and the actors. They
Yeah.
they did a little more. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. And yeah, this
that's my segment.
this got signed up for a second season after the second episode.
Yeah, I
And
was gonna
they-
say, we weren't even halfway through the season when they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll do another one."
And they
Yeah.
started writing and recording really fast. Like
Yeah.
they're right on. Like I don't know. It seems a little quicker than most other shows.
Well,
Yeah.
I would imagine that they probably had some of the ideas already pocketed for
Yeah.
the new season, and with Stephen Martin's like touring schedule with that show they put on, I'm sure they wanted to take advantage of whatever time they had.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I'm
So,
glad they
I
got
would
it
guess-
done with COVID and restrictions and all that shit. They know how to manage their time, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Not
And
many
Aaron,
people do.
you recently for your birthday, your dad
Yeah.
took you to go see that show.
I did, and it
No
was
way.
great.
No way.
Yeah, it was dope. So I saw
Did
them
they-
May 13th at the Orpheum. They were pretty amazing.
Yeah.
What?
Did
They
they
even
like?
like
Did they like talk about the show at all?
not so much
No.
about the show. They did like at certain points they were like showing like photos of random stuff and making jokes, and they did one about they showed a couple of them with Selena Gomez, backstage at the show and whatnot. So they referenced it, but like they were still
That
very
wasn't the
much
point.
doing their own comedy
Yeah.
instead of the show.
They were doing
Yeah.
a different show.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
doing a variety show and like bits and gags about their friendships and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what we saw on Netflix a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. But they keep
Wait-
it fresh. Like they were able to
Oh.
like include like Will Smith jokes and like very current stuff that was going on. So
They can do anything. Their chemistry, their friendship is so
Yeah.
meant to be, and you
Why they've
feel
been
it.
friends for
And they
fucking
work off each other.
40-some,
I could go on and
50-some
on, but
years.
you know what it is. It's a good time watching them communicate.
the one thing I noticed really well was how rigid Steve Martin kind of seems when he's playing that straight man sort of character.
Yeah.
Like you can see it in the show, but like when you look at it like in real life when he's standing on stage, you're like, oof, that looks uncomfortable. Because he is like almost like straight as an arrow straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. He has no hips.
It's true. It's very true. He's just
Yeah.
one like
He's just
one
a-
dimension.
Rectangular peg. Yeah. So, season 2, episode 1. Did anybody catch the title of this one?
No.
No, I missed it.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Well,
On.
Aaron,
I
do you
say
have
no
your
when
phone?
it's sad.
I have IMDb up. Give me 1 second.
I was gonna say I have it.
Well,
I
Tim
have it
should
right
know it.
here.
Tim obviously asked the fucking question. You better know it. But yeah, I just
So
said
you
no in
better
a
know
sad tone because I know how much Tim likes titles. So I should have thought of it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me. I can't
Well,
like, get to it really quick.
I will do a quick detail of this episode. So, the title of this is Persons of Interest.
Ah.
Yeah. And
yeah.
Martin Short is so happy to be a person of interest.
yup.
To say to the crowd outside, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm not crying.
That's why I'm laughing. Like, I'm one of you. Like, he
Yep.
thought he was.
I won't sign
Just like
anything.
That joke is so arrogantly delivered. Oh, it's so good.
So, the synopsis of it or whatever is Charles, Olivia, and Mabel are
Bloody.
Oliver. Sorry, Charles, Oliver,
And Bloody Mabel.
are implicated in a murder of Bunny Folger, the land person, and must decide whether to lay low or risk their lives to catch the killer.
Yeah.
Overall,
So it's a real will they, won't they sort of situation.
yeah. Overall, for a first episode of a reintroduction of these characters for a first episode of a season 2 crime drama comedy.
I was like, that's not. Yeah.
How was it? Did this reach its expectation?
I loved it. Like, I thought it was great.
Me too.
To get reacquainted with the characters and like remember their little quirks and shit like that. I thought it was, especially the fact that they're being interrogated and like they're just being their quirky selves. I thought they were great. And Michael Rappaport was a nice addition to this little bit of cast
as the cop.
Yeah.
Yep. I thought it was great.
Yeah. I thought it was perfect the way they made it familiar to season 1. They made sure you knew it was no different. It was the same show just going forward. And that's what they did with the great callbacks and the Steve Martin like walk through the New York City cold open. And then the elevator how are your beats callback, like the bad jokes.
Yep.
Like they just made you feel at home. And then they moved on with the story. And then they answered all the questions with Michael Rappaport with the interrogation, room. So
I thought
I loved it. I loved it.
Especially the interrogations. I thought Steve Martin's was probably the funniest of the 3
Because he
interrogations.
just throws Mabel under the bus.
No, that was Martin Short. Steve Martin's one was like,
Short.
Steve Martin's one was like, he's like, I did this like 100 and some times in my show.
Yeah.
And he stands away, he starts talking to the mirror.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like, that's just a
Two-way
decorative mirror.
mirror.
That's not the
Decorative
two-way mirror.
mirror.
He's like, I get it. The old decorative mirror trick. And he just
Sit down, Charles. Yes, ma'am.
But I thought that Mabel's interview was actually the most compelling one.
Yeah.
It was.
Because they're also doing what they did in the first season, which they're pointing fingers at Mabel in this odd sort of way to make you suspect her. But at the same time, you're like, no, she's innocent because she was innocent the last time.
Yeah.
Well, even that line she has later on in the episode, it answers everything. She's like, you think you know my story, but you don't know the whole thing, to Tina Fey or whatever. So, so she's still the person of interest, like as an audience,
Mm-hmm.
So.
But that's always her character, though. You never get the whole story out of her.
She's always been the mystery. She's always been
the
the
card.
And that's why we're still. And that's why we're still paying attention to season 2 with the same eagerness as season 1.
I really liked Selena Gomez in this one.
She is
her dialogue,
my
I should
respect.
say.
Yep. Especially with her interview with Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
Like that whole scene was well
done. Do you like
done.
saying fuck, or do you like swearing all the time?
Does it make you feel big that you putting
I used to
fuck
think
in every
that too.
sentence?
It's like, you know
what
what I
learned?
realized?
Fuck you,
Fuck
lawyer.
you, lawyer.
That was dope.
Yeah, she delivers them. Like the writing's there, but her delivery is spot on.
Yeah.
Like she
And we talked about like we liked her in the first season.
Yeah.
But she wasn't going to blow the doors off anything. And I think I feel like she's progressively stepping up her game.
She's
she's improving.
Every episode, we found that we liked her more and more and more and more and more. Like when we first saw the first episode and we knew this was coming out and all that, we were very judgy, going, "What the fuck is Selena Gomez doing with these two
One
comedy
of the Wizards
legends?"
of Waverly Place hanging out with Steve Martin and Martin Short.
Yeah, that's no place.
I have been proven wrong.
Yeah, what's this
for sure.
20-something-year-old kid doing with 70-year-old
We
men?
didn't think she could hang with comedy legends, but she's doing it well.
She's doing it well.
And I heard on a podcast with the Fly on the Wall with David Spade and Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
Martin Short was on there. They were talking about that slightly. And he had a quick comment about the quick connection with Selena. Like they were just hanging out, meeting people. And she was just like them, like shooting the shit, and they had their same reservations, and they were quickly proven wrong with the first meeting of her. Like they just connected very fast. Was his story. So check it out on Fly on the Wall.
Well, and something else that I kind of have to remember is that Selena Gomez is like 28. She's almost 30 years old.
Yeah.
But she looks
way
like
younger.
she's 16. And
She
when
looks
she
like-
was 18, she looked like she was 12.
Right.
So like,
okay.
So is that when she was doing Wizards of Waverly
I
Place on
don't
Disney?
fucking know. I don't know shit
Oh,
about
is she
her.
a Disney? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she's a Disney kid.
Yeah.
I just know that like she's super
She's one of the few that's
looking.
got a tire fire.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, what do you mean?
She's one of the few Disney kids that's not a tire fire at this
Oh.
point in her life.
Oh,
I
yeah,
get
yeah,
it,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. She's Drew Barrymore.
No, what?
No.
Drew
Well,
Barrymore.
she might be Drew Barrymore now.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
not Drew
yeah.
Barrymore when she was when
Right.
Drew Barrymore was that age.
Yeah, no. Drew Barrymore
I
was
just-
a fucking. She was in jail a lot and doing drugs
She
and partying.
held the
and-
torch for the tire fires that preceded
Yes. Yep. She's rolling that tire down the road of Hollywood Avenue.
her. Like I said, she's gotten better and she's
Yeah.
good now. But like,
Drew
she
Barrymore
was
is
a
badass.
mess.
I would
Yeah.
love to party with Drew. All right.
Now or like back then? Because I don't think you
Back
could
then
hang back
and
then.
now.
I think she
No.
would put you on the table.
That would be the best suicide right there. Make a wish suicide.
In this episode, we get more of a, what do you call it? We get like a personal reflection on the whole situation between like, it's primarily in the investigation, or not the investigation, the interview when they're interrogating. But we
Yeah.
get an understanding like they're still isolated, like they're still independent, and their minds don't directly go to each other
Yeah.
until I don't know, until they end up meeting up together, and it's almost like they kind of like begrudgingly settle in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
And that's
still
like
there.
it's like this, yeah. It's like this awkward.
Their connection
it's
is
you
strong,
again.
but it's
Oh.
like
It's not
their
a friendship per se, but
it's
it's
not
a
their go-to.
bond forged in strife. I guess would be the right way to say it.
they know they
Yeah, I
can
like
rely on
that.
each other in chaos. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not their go-to. Like they're not the first
Right.
people to think of. in
This
good
is
times.
basically like the breath,
breath. Yeah.
A breath,
a breath,
Keep it.
breathtaking.
Breakfast Club.
club scenario.
John
But,
Hughes.
You know, yeah. But with
doing everything.
John Hughes callback.
I don't, can't talk worth a shit right now.
Hell yeah.
As he drinks more beer.
I know, right?
My mouth
This
was
is
dry.
not
That's
why.
why. And we understand. Yeah, we fall right back into these characters, and the elevator was where I think you get that settlement. You know, like
It's routine almost. Like
yeah,
Yeah.
They fall into a routine.
Exactly. Now, saying that, like, given it's a show, given that we're expecting more seasons, we're gonna see that happen and stuff like that. Was it not flawless though?
oh god yes.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely flawless.
you
the-
almost
the
completely
whole
forget
situation,
that we
yeah.
had a break.
Yeah.
I just
It picks up so well, and like I think the way they eventually make some subtle changes to the character, that was handled like they did this elevator scene so well to not even bother being like worried about those subtle changes, like Selena
Yeah.
Gomez cutting her hair, and
Yep.
you know the slight aging of Charles and Oliver, like is you don't even pay attention to it. Well, the whole thing.
Yeah.
They're so in control of this show. They know what they're
Yeah.
doing. They're just masters of their craft. I think we talked about in our last stream of these our
Last every
episodes.
episode we did about it.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
just saying,
yeah.
I'm sure we said that every episode.
Yeah.
And they haven't slipped. It's obviously them. They're the people in charge of their craft, and they're fucking fully in control. So yeah, it's flawless, and I've appreciated so many of the choices they made, all the dialogue, all the jokes, and they made bad jokes on purpose like 2 or 3 times that were fucking. I just appreciate it. Flawless.
One of my
Aram's-
favorites.
I say, Aaron, say your typical
Oh, tropes
know.
work for a reason.
tropes work for a reason.
Yeah. My favorite joke, I'm going to say, just right off the bat, has got to be when Martin Short makes the comment about the beats. And he's
Yeah.
like, he's trying to explain the callback. That whole scene was hilarious. I loved when Amy Schumer gets in the
Okay.
elevator with him.
There we are.
And at the end, she's like, it's a callback. It's like, holy fuck, they just made fun of their own fucking joke.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Amy Schumer.
I fucking hate her.
Yep.
Me too.
I don't mind her.
I
And-
think she's unoriginal, and I think she's just kind of
And
falls flat for me.
She's not a Sting replacement, I don't think.
I fucking
You know
hate
what
her.
I mean? Yeah,
Enough
but
said.
in this episode, did you hate her?
Yes.
Did she make you laugh though?
No. And she's never made me laugh.
Martin
There's
Short
no
made
way.
me laugh in that exchange.
There's
Yes.
no way she didn't make you laugh once or twice.
No. I
The whole-
don't use the term hate with a lot of people. She is one of them. I can't
All right.
stand her.
All
and
right,
I
let's
will
not-
say
In
to
this show,
stop-
in this episode,
So you agree she's not a Sting replacement?
no. Sting
no, I
was
don't think that's
funnier.
what she's supposed to be. I think who the
She's
Sting
living in
replace-
Sting's apartment.
who the
and-
Sting replacement is Cara
Ooh.
Delevingne.
What?
The art curator that hooks up with
Ah.
Mabel. That's your Sting replacement. Eventually, she will probably end up being a funnier character.
Well,
I think
just-
Amy Schumer is just a guest star that they got.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Sting replacement, a famous cameo, and that's all Sting was. But
But he was a lot more important to the
yeah,
episode.
you're.
He was funnier, too.
I'm feeling wrong, and you're right. So
Yeah, I think Cara
This has been a
Delevingne is
good
going to
talk.
be your Sting replacement.
Yeah,
I
I like
think that's what you're going to get.
Good time.
hell yeah, hell yeah.
See you out there.
And yeah, hopefully no more Amy Schumer. But
Okay, that's what I was about to say. As long as this
I
is
want-
all that we get, I can live with it.
I feel like Hulu made her, or they forced. Who knows? They were just like
They
in her
had to
contract
compete with
'cause
Netflix a little bit.
She has a new show on Hulu, which is terrible, and so
That's 'cause it's Amy
maybe it's
Schumer.
part of her contract. She had to do that, or
That
something
wouldn't
like
surprise
that,
me.
or she's like on the call list or something.
Yeah,
But,
for sure.
Hopefully, no more.
She's unfortunately still really popular for
But she wasn't-
no
she
good
was-
reason.
She wasn't terrible, but
I
yeah.
thought her conversation, I thought her line delivery was almost unbearable.
Yep.
Okay.
I wish it was somebody else.
It seemed so
as you-
forced out of her mouth. Like
It seemed-
she didn't have the right chemistry with Martin Short, and it seemed so awkward the way she was delivering it. I hated it.
She was doing her stand up in those lines. Like she sounded exactly
Okay.
how her stand up specials are. And you
Well,
guys
that would
hate them?
explain why I don't like it.
Exactly. So she was just doing her own thing instead of meshing or blending.
Right.
So I completely agree.
It was like
I-
another reason
I-
why I wouldn't like her.
Yeah,
I really
and-
wish. I like
I don't
100%
mind her.
wish it was somebody else.
Yeah.
Anybody else.
I rolled
Whoopi
my
Goldberg
eyes.
would have been
That's the-
perfect.
Yeah, or
Drew
Taylor Tomlinson.
Barrymore.
Taylor Tomlinson or Eliza Schlesinger are both popular.
Yeah, I would've
enough
taken
comics.
Eliza.
I
Yeah, I
those
would've
two
taken
would have
her.
been great.
Fucking
Hell yeah.
Amy Schumer is just
All right,
Joe
I
Coy
think-
would have
everywhere
been
at this
perfect.
point.
I think we've said enough.
Joe Coy.
No,
That's
fucking
my
Amy
goal.
Schumer, come at me.
Let's move
Fight
on.
you and your baby.
God, I can't.
She wore so many clothes because we know why.
She looked like she was Diane Keaton in that one Woody Allen movie. I thought that's how she was trying to dress. Like, do you remember that one? There's one where Diane Keaton and like Woody Allen are in this movie,
Is it?
and she's wearing like a tie and shit like that. And I swore
Yeah.
that's what Amy Schumer was doing. I was like, "Well, are you fucking shitting me?"
Yeah. Though I still don't like Selena's wardrobes in this show.
Or she was being Jane Lynch from the last season. One of the two.
No, don't say
Jane
that.
Lynch would have
Jane
been
Lynch-
better.
Exactly.
Agreed. Yes, but
She
I
played-
think the wardrobe was
She
Jane
played a
Lynch's
Steve
from last
Martin.
season.
She was doing Steve Martin though, so it's not a fair comparison. She had a purpose.
I just really, honestly, if I didn't like the show so much, I would have
Would have turned it off right there.
I don't know. Right
Would've
there.
written
Would
it
have
off
hit
at
power
least.
button.
Yeah, I just.
I would have finished
Because
the
as soon
episode,
as
but
I
I'd have
saw
written it
her,
off if I knew she was a recurring character.
yes, as soon as I saw her, I'm like, what the fuck is she doing in
Yeah,
here?
she did not
That's-
belong.
You can ask Kaylee. That's the first thing I said when I saw her walk in to the scene.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is she doing in this? As
In
soon
my
as he
inner
said her
monologue, I
name,
went, "What?"
yeah. As soon as Martin Short said her name, I was just like, oh,
Yeah, hell yeah.
don't say
And
that
I love,
name.
and I know
stand
that they're going to use this Amy Schumer interaction as like a plot point later for Martin Short.
I hope she dies.
I hope she's the
hope
next
that
one
some-
murdered.
I hope that somehow she backs out of it for whatever reason, and they get
Yeah.
somebody else to like drop in, or he finds a better suitor. But
I just really wish it was somebody else. Anybody else would have.
But it
Like I
was
said,
funny.
Taylor Swift would have been okay
Martin
with me, and I
Short,
hate
she
her too,
walks
so.
in and he just goes, "Hey, Amy Schumer." Like,
Yeah,
I like how they just didn't waste any like time. They were just like, "All right, this is happening
But-
now. Let's go with it."
Yeah, like Aram said, it was so forced. Like even his
Yeah.
chemistry, the way he was acting, it was all
Yeah.
forced. It just
I mean,
felt
You
very
could tell. I mean, he was
uncomfortable, very
trying,
awkward.
and it just
I did
wasn't
not-
hitting right.
I felt
Yeah.
bad for him. I was like, ah, damn, I thought you had fun on this show. No, this
Do
is the
you
one
wonder-
spot I see you not having fun.
Do you wonder how many takes they had before they found out this is the best one we have?
No wonder why
Curious.
that looked aged and tired a little bit. Like,
Yeah, Martin Short was probably like, I'm fucking fed up with this bitch.
all right,
I think Martin
Hi,
Short's got too
Amy
much class for
Schumer.
that sort of shit.
right.
What are you doing in this
What do you
building?
guys think? I'm gonna change it.
Let's
What do you
move
guys
on.
think
Yeah, let's move
about
on.
Steve Martin's reboot? Bougie. What's his?
Brazzle?
Brazos.
Brazos.
Bozo.
Not Brazzers.
Brazzers,
Bozo.
Brazzles, Brazers,
Brazos is what it's called.
Bougie
Brazzers.
Bozo.
Uncle.
I think the idea of them, I think with the idea of the reboots that are so prevalent
Hilarious.
now, I thought it was a great,
There's
poke at
Yes.
the
Yes.
television industry. I
They're-
thought it was
Oh,
great.
yeah. It
And
was
this is-
so relevant.
this
The
is
entire thing was relevant. The reboot
this-
of an old show, the
Bringing the main character back as like an uncle.
as an
Yeah.
uncle, and even when they said it's like we're not even
It's the
sure if
way
it's
of
going to
the
be
world
blood
now.
related or an adoption or just a really good
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah, you're just an old,
That you can
old
call her
family
by-
friend that they affectionately
call her
refer to
by,
you as
like,
uncle.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have a colored lady doing the
Yep.
lead. That
Obviously
was why.
not blood related.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
adoption. Yeah.
And so many jokes in this plot point or side story, and basically it adds up to Tim's fucking catchphrase is, "Don't fuck with the Princess Bride."
Yep.
Like, don't do it.
Fuck with it.
And that's all
Don't
they're
touch
doing
it.
is, and I think that's all they're saying with this plot or story is people the reboots. It's a joke.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you know that movie?
Cash grab.
What is it? I think it's Escape from L.A.
That's
Where
the, yeah, Escape from New York, then there's
you
Escape
see
from
the
LA.
Hollywood sign
and then
on
there's
fire.
a new one.
No. Don't do that to me, Jason.
You see
there
the
is.
Hollywood sign on fire, right? It's just a
Oh,
shit
Demolition
show.
Man.
Is that it?
Oh,
Demolition Man has
Either
the
way,
Hollywood
my
sign on
point
fire.
is if
There
you
can
fuck
probably
with the
be more than
Princess
one.
Bride, I'm gonna start the 1992 riot again.
you're gonna start a sign on fire?
He's
I
gonna
will
start a
burn
race riot.
Hollywood down.
Holy shit!
Don't fuck with the Princess Bride.
This is veered off topic.
Yep,
Yeah,
Jason started it.
I did.
It's true.
But you see what I'm saying? Like that's basically what they're saying in these jokes in this story.
Yeah.
Is like rebooting is ridiculous, and the way they look at it, and the cash grab, it's all fucking
They
pathetic.
do, and then at the same time, they also nod to the idea that the '80s weren't perfect. Because when he tells them later on about it, like he's like, "Oh yeah, it's like, with writers, multiple writers. It's not just an executive producer high on cocaine screaming into a tape recorder."
So it's a real thing. It feels like
It's
a real thing.
I thought that was great. I
laughed
thought that was
so
a great
hard.
joke.
That was
Especially
so
coming
good.
from him. Like
Yeah.
knowing what he's gone through, his career,
Yeah,
how long
exactly.
he's been in there.
And there's
He has
so many
stories. You know that he's telling
Yeah,
the truth.
he wasn't fibbing that much in that one. I'll tell you
It
that
wasn't
much.
acting. It was. I'm actually telling you what's up.
He may have embellished, but it wasn't just like an untruth.
Yeah.
I don't even
No,
know how much of an embellishment it would have been.
There's a constant 80s cocaine joke that like pertains
Runs
to what
in this?
he's no. I mean just all the time people reference it like 80s.
Oh, and cocaine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Coke was big in the 80s. That's a trope.
This
Yeah.
is like one of the best jokes I've ever heard when it comes to blending
Yeah.
the 80s
Yeah.
and cocaine
Yeah,
reference.
it was super well done.
It was so perfect.
Yeah. How did you like Steve Martin's reaction when they told him about that reboot? He's like all talking about it, saying, "Oh, I'm so excited."
Oh, he
this
got
and
so
that."
excited, and then you
He's
watch
telling
him
the
get
stories.
disappointed.
Yeah. And then they're like, "Oh,
It's just
yeah."
like-
It's like, "Oh, so when do we start?" Well, then they explain everything. He's like, "Oh."
right.
Yeah, I guess. Like,
You just see the fist go right into his gut.
Right.
He just yeah.
But he knows at the same time this may be his last shot. So,
And that's
Yeah,
something
exactly. And that we all know why he's holding on a little bit,
yeah.
yeah.
but we know why he doesn't authentically like it.
And that to me was a recall to the beginning of the episode where he's still fantasizing about him being a star.
Exactly why
And-
this episode was so.
Yeah.
I just
Honestly-
loved the segue, the transition.
The episode's called Persons of Interest, but it really should
Yeah.
have been called Callback
Yeah.
or Recall. Like,
Totally.
because a lot of what they're pointing at is that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Or at least it seems to be a lot of the jokes is all about the
Referencing shit
recall
they've
and
already
stuff.
done.
Yeah.
And just, yeah.
Yep.
Did Judd Apatow really sue Amy Schumer?
I think Amy Schumer said she sued him, and that might be. I think she's only. I think she did that movie. Is Trainwreck a Judd Apatow movie?
I have no fucking
Yeah,
idea.
yeah, one.
Never
Yeah, I
watched
think so. The one with Bill Hader.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's the only movie she ever did with him. So I mean,
Is that
maybe-
with John
I don't know what the
Cena?
hell. Yeah,
But yeah, she
John
made
Cena,
a-
like
she
that was
made
his
a-
big thing.
Not that I want to talk about her much more, but I was just.
Yeah, I remember.
She made that
saying something
joke, and
about
I
that,
was like, "Oh, is that a thing I'm supposed to know about?" Because I don't.
I mean, yeah, my ability to care about Amy Schumer was at an
Yeah.
all-time low. So
I hope that Judd won.
I was like, I hope he took her for everything she had. I know he didn't, but I hope he did.
I would say, how much would that be?
I mean, she probably makes thousands of dollars for all her appearances.
Then I got
All right.
super famous.
She still makes more money than I do.
Do you guys remember the Martin Short mesh of names to make it into one?
Oh, the Audible or
And he's like, "Where's Charles in this?" The Charles, is silent.
while we're on the Audible, you totally not using that word the right way. It's gotten away from me.
Oh, they're so clever. All right, so have we talked about the story? Like, Bloody Mabel
so-
gets out of jail. Everybody gets out of jail. They're persons of interest. They, okay.
Yeah, so there are persons of interest in the murder of Bunny Folger,
Yeah.
specifically Mabel because she was found with the body.
Covered
But
in
they're all
blood.
three persons of interest. And at this point, Mabel is of the mind to put it all behind her and try to just get on with her life. Whereas Charles and Oliver are both kind of like, oh, we need to they're still in the mind, we need to do not even that we need to do the podcast, but we need to figure out what's going on so that our names are not dragged through the mud.
Yeah.
And the whole episode is really them trying to get Mabel on board while Mabel is busy trying to move forward and be not, as she
Run
says,
away from her
surrounded
problems?
by death. Because she's like, death follows me all over the place. I like to not be around it for a while.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so for somebody who's trying to run away, she painted that beautiful mural
Yeah.
of the apartment buildings and the
Oh,
windows
yeah.
and the people in it. It was a beautiful mural,
Which is basically the opening, the intro
Yeah.
video, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
but you can't really run away from something that you're consistently lingering onto at the same time. And that's what
Yeah,
that mural's done. It's like it's she's never gonna let it go because it's there.
Well, yeah, she keeps, they all do it, but she thinks about, Tina Fey's podcast,
Yep.
trying to get a rug to cover up the blood stain on the wood in her apartment. All that stuff, there's constant, she's constantly going back to the night that it happened. So she's not letting it go.
Oh yeah.
she won't
She's
because
running
she's
away
stuck-
from her problems, not dealing with it correctly. So it's in
Yeah.
the back of her mind.
Being a
Creep.
typical 20-something.
Oh, absolutely. That's me as well. And then, but yeah,
I was gonna
I
say
like
that
that
too,
Tina
but-
Fey. I was gonna say Tina Fey's sister. Your stain is showing. That shit was funny.
But yeah, so they basically, how they convince Mabel to get back on board is, if you want to move on with your life, Tina Fey's making this podcast about us being the murderers. She's going to ruin our name.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to do anything.
Yeah,
Charles
they're-
doesn't want to lose the Brazos reboot. Martin Short's worried about his talks with Amy Schumer about making it a series,
Yeah.
which again was a good joke. Didn't like the actress delivering it.
Yeah.
And Mabel was trying to
But
move
still-
on and be an artist. She gets contacted by a director of an art collective, whatever
Yeah.
that means. They're an art collective.
Somebody who collects
basically-
art and then puts on showings.
Bunch
colorful
of
cult?
different artists that eventually get put into it's one specific area, something like that. But the art director is played by Cara Delevingne, who invites her out, and they go to an opening of a gallery. And then, I think the big takeaway from that is Cara Delevingne basically says, because they're looking at a picture of Frida Kahlo, I believe,
Yeah,
is the one.
Frida,
Because
yep.
Mabel tells a story about having a
1,000 piece
Frida
puzzle.
like a 1,000 or 4,000 piece like Frida Kahlo puzzle
At the
when she
age
was
of
4
3.
and four.
Or four,
She
yeah.
said she
And
got it when she was
finished
4.
it by the age of.
The day before she turned 5.
Yeah.
And Cara Delevingne is like basically saying like Frida wasn't like she didn't have a degree, she didn't have like all the stuff. What she had was a fair amount of talent and a notorious like whatever. Like she had a modicum of fame that like helped catapult her art. And she was like, she basically tells Mabel like take advantage of your infamy to help move your career forward. That's really the takeaway from that conversation.
And it's basically
no press is bad press.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. I was just gonna say that. It's just a way of summarizing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad press is good press. Any press is good press.
And any press, I think that's the statement. Is any press is good press.
Yep.
Yeah.
So at that point, people are talking about you because I mean, you look at it this way, like people still buy Hitler's paintings.
Yeah.
It's an extreme version of that, but I mean, it's true.
Yeah, it is, but it's still very true.
Talking about running away from problems, we still get that each of these characters, Charles, Oliver, and Mabel, are all running away from their lives in some shape or form.
Yeah.
But they're all trying to run towards something that they've had their shot at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
it's like
yeah,
they're trying to
yeah.
relive the glory days.
They're trying to reconnect with their exes, kind of. The old guys. No, you didn't like that. All right.
They're trying to revisit the glory days. Like, Charles with his Brazos reboot, all of a sudden he thinks he's
trying
back.
to reconnect with the one that got away. There we go. No, don't like that either.
Their 15 minutes of fame. Their 15 minutes of fame were up, and they're trying to get back in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Is really a big thing that they're doing. And
Like I said.
for different reasons. Charles is alone, so he doesn't have anything. Oliver
But the emotions are the same.
Yeah, Oliver is very much an attention hound, so that's why he wants back in the spotlight. Charles just has no other facets in his life. He's alone. Otherwise, other than Oliver and Mabel and like the potential Brazos reboot.
Yep.
And then you have Mabel, who is trying to become an artist to move on with her life and doesn't want to be, around death as much. Like she's just trying to ignore it.
Well, in the first season, she was trying to run away from. We get a little bit with the mom. She wants to be her own person.
Right.
So she's trying to get away from all of the stuff that, like
The
try
Hardy
to
Boys and all that
identify
shit,
her
yeah.
as what she was. And she wants to be
Yeah.
her own person. A typical teen, young person, trying to
Finding
grow,
themselves.
find their place in the world is really what it is.
Right.
But yeah, you just got the two old guys who are trying to, relive the glory days. Once again, this episode should have been called
Glory days.
Callback.
Boom,
Yeah,
boom,
for sure.
boom. So yeah, towards we might as well cover the end of it. The missing.
Well, we missed a very
Miro?
funny.
Yeah.
We missed a very funny section, which is
Thank you,
when they
Aaron.
break into Bunny's apartment.
Yeah,
that's
Because they hear
exactly
a
what I'm
voice
trying to say.
coming from the vent that leads from Mabel's apartment to Bunny's apartment.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Bunny. They're like,
yeah.
everybody else hearing
Bunny?
that?
It's a fucking parakeet, right?
Yeah, it's
It's
a parrot.
some kind of parrot. And they're like, oh, I love the conversations. Like, Bunny had a bird?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say that? Or you didn't know? He's like, oh, she got it decades ago when they were
it's-
the in pet, and then teacup pigs, took away their thunder. He's like, I thought it had died.
It was just hilarious that they thought the bird sounded exactly like her, or the bird did sound exactly.
I was like,
her.
birds like that can mimic the voice really well.
Oh, okay, that's part of
yeah.
it, not just the words. Okay.
Yeah, no, they can mimic the actual sound.
Okay.
Now,
All
the
right,
whole thing about that leading them into Bunny's apartment, what did we discover?
cool.
Other than the bird.
Oliver
Martin Short
had,
used a stuntman. Oh, sorry.
Oliver had written some notes to Bunny when they were trying to evict them in the first season that basically said how much he wanted her to die.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he wanted to get those before anyone else, saw those and were like, oh no, he probably did it.
Oh shit! Now he's the. Okay.
And what else did we find?
He's the new Mabel.
So you eventually get, while they're looking, somebody comes into the apartment. So they hide in the closet. So what they find is from the two tenants, I don't remember their names, that walk in.
It's the one with the cat.
The cat
cats.
guy and the lady with glasses that just looks really bitchy all the time.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
she flips Steve Martin off in the first
Yes.
episode of the first season.
Yeah.
They come in and they're looking for a painting, a specific painting that's by a certain artist. I forget the name. It's with the Rose something or other.
Supposed to be very erotic
Rose-
and
the Rose
worth
cotton.
$1 million. And,
They refer to it as very
I
porny.
can't wait to see it.
yeah,
Mhm.
very
Very
porny.
porny, and it's supposed to be a
Oh,
man
yeah, they use
wrapped
porny.
around a woman's leg.
And it was not porny at all, by the way.
No, it was
It was
very
actually
yeah.
very tasteful.
We haven't seen it yet, have we?
Yeah,
You see
we
it
saw
at
at
the
the
end.
end.
Shh.
It's okay.
God damn it, Jason.
Forrest Whitaker.
But no, like because they walk in like, oh, she had a real eye for erotic art.
Yeah,
Like, oh, well, and then the cat guy's like, well, she was a freak. But anyway, so the trio is hiding in the closet, and they discover an elevator in the back of the closet that
Narnia.
leads down to like
Narnia.
right. No, that's a wardrobe. So
Yeah, well, they made sure to bring those along too, because it was
because they said
cold.
they said it was super cold, and it leads
Fucking
outside.
bullshit.
That's why it leads outside in the middle
Selena
of winter.
just likes to wear too many clothes, and she made them wear them too. But
Okay.
anyways,
Are you
back to
done
the elevator.
ranting about wardrobe?
yeah,
Sorry, they didn't win an award too.
they
Costume
this
design
season.
isn't worth
I
shit.
think they're shooting for that shit. That's their
What was it?
goal.
That's a category where they have the candidates or the people that are up for it sit in a different room.
They just went
Yeah.
to Goodwill, grabbed
You
everything
don't
on the shelf.
You don't even get to
sit in the
see them
closet.
accept the award. They just find out they won and leave.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Back to the elevator. Secret
yeah. So they take
elevator.
this secret elevator down. They find and they get out of the apartment without being seen. Because the big thing is they don't want anyone to see them breaking into Bunny's apartment because they're already persons of interest.
Yep.
So they come out the back of the building. They then sit at the fountain. This is the final conversation where they convince Mabel and decide to make the podcast themselves to prove their innocence.
Yep. Now,
And Mabel's reasoning is so that she can move forward with her art and become an actual artist and move on with her life.
Mm-hmm.
This is how she's gonna do that.
did anybody else think that elevator was extremely
Unrealistic.
yeah, well, no, it was just unimportant, other than the fact that
Yeah.
it led them to the
I don't know.
escape. Now,
Yeah,
it's
but
we're
that's
only
what
at the
this
first
show
episode,
does.
so I'm hoping that they'll
I'm
come
waiting for a
back.
callback.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a callback.
But it was just why was that there? And why did she need to grab coats? And the way that Selena grabbed the coats seems so
Yeah.
fake. It's oh,
Yeah.
it's cold.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Well, and I think the only way to explain that is because it leads directly outside. It
Outside.
doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
During
See, but we
summertime.
have to remember in season
I
one,
think it's winter, isn't it?
I don't
No,
know.
I didn't
think it's winter.
seem that way.
It didn't
I
seem
don't
that
know.
way,
I don't know.
but I don't remember.
This story does cut corners. It just does things to move the story along. We talked about this in season one.
They
so
do it
this
very
might
eloquently, yeah.
Yeah, they
this
do
might-
though.
this might be one of those things. It's just a little more just not
I personally think the elevator is going to
Smooth.
come back into play somehow.
okay.
I'm sure it will.
That
too.
would be my guess.
I
because
hope
there's
so.
It'll come back
multiple
into play.
floors, so
Yeah.
we only
Yeah, I don't know
got
what-
the top to where the
Oh,
Bunny's
yeah.
apartment is down to the first floor. So
Yeah, because
who knows
Mabel
what the
lives
other
on
ones
the
go to?
third or fourth floor, maybe.
I don't know. There was
Yeah.
seven.
So I think
7 or 8.
Well, yeah,
I don't
but
know.
they all live on different levels. I think
Yeah.
Martin Short lives on the third, and then Mabel lives on fourth, and I think
Yeah.
Charles lives up on
They're
the
all
fifth.
in different
Or something
from the
along those
window
lines.
scene in the first episode.
Yeah.
But Martin Short, when they find it, he was like, Bunny had a secret elevator? Where's it go to? Hell?
Yeah, I thought that was great. I thought that was great. Hell.
It's just a simple joke, but him saying it and his
Right.
Oh,
character
secret
hating
elevator.
her so much.
Where does it go
was
to?
fucking
Hell?
hilarious.
Yeah.
All right.
So, what did you
and
think
then-
about Tina Fey's haunting their?
Visual
How'd
metaphor.
how'd you like that? How
She
did
was
you like
in
how
their
they did
heads.
that? I just
I thought
liked
it
it.
was. I actually really liked the way they did it.
Yeah.
I thought it was
they-
really good.
She got in their heads.
Yeah.
And the way they visually showed that was fucking awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just liked how they did it.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
They're each doing their own thing, and yeah, they're sitting there thinking
It shows that
about
they're
it.
dwelling on it. Like it
Yeah.
shows how much it
They
hits
Yeah.
hits them.
Just
Yeah.
Tina's knitting. Oh, what is
Right.
What are you
that?
knitting? Oh, Indiana.
Indiana. Oh. Yeah. You're staying the
nice.
showing. Yeah, I thought it was great. I just something about that was smooth.
Yeah.
I just thought it was smooth.
Yeah, it was really well done, and the way they like had them doing each of their like one of their favorite activities, or like
Yeah.
what they're like
The comfort
really
zone.
known.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Yep.
Martin Short at his piano.
Yeah.
You know, they showed Tina Fey knitting, which is something that Selena Gomez is. I don't know if she's known for that per se, but like it's prevalent enough.
She better with the stupid fucking clothes she wears.
With the sweater that she was wearing, it would make sense
Yeah.
because it was a knitted
And
sweater.
also
so-
why she
valid,
wouldn't have been cold in that elevator thing. She was already wearing a warm sweater. But anyways, back to the Tina Fey.
He's not gonna let that go.
I'm gonna hate on this fucking clothes all season.
He's gonna hate on it like we hate on Amy.
And then
Schumer.
yeah,
He's just mad he didn't have anything to say about Amy Schumer.
I'm okay with her. I don't hate her as much as I hate
You're
Selena's
desperate.
wardrobe. I am amazing.
So the last scene of the episode, or last
Yeah.
scenes, I should say.
yeah.
So the
cliffhanger.
two or the three big things you get are Charles coming home from the grocery store and walking in and looking stunned at something on his wall, or in
Yeah.
his apartment, I should say.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing the wall part. Stunned at something, and then you see Martin Short down in his room or his apartment, looking through all the things they took from Bunny's apartment. He finds the note that says like, "Dear Bunny, you're dead to me. Love, Oliver."
Yeah.
Which of course that's the way he signed it.
Yeah.
And then he opens up another card that says "Best wishes," and inside it just says "Bunny, I want that painting." So you
Yeah.
get the nod to like, oh, somebody was after the painting. This is important. And then he gets a text message from Charles saying, "Get up here now."
Yeah,
and
they
then
all
you
go
see-
rushing up there.
Well, then you see Mabel going into her apartment, and earlier in the episode, she said that Bunny had said something to her when she fell or when she died. It said it was 14.
Yeah.
You then get Mabel remembering or like seeing that Bunny also said the word savage a number of times.
Savage. Yep.
And she is interrupted from this memory by Oliver, who finds her. And then she looks down at her phone to see an old text message from Charles saying, "Get up here now." So they get up, they find his door open, groceries that he was carrying are just like on the floor. And they walk in and they're on Charles's wall. He says basically, "It was just here when I got here," is the painting that was in Bunny's apartment.
At least that
The
we
one that
can
was
assume.
The one that
Yeah.
was missing, because of the description that's given by the other tenant saying what it looked like. This is assumed to be the painting.
Yep. It's at least assumed because we didn't see it before. So,
Right. And obviously it wasn't there because Charles doesn't recognize it.
yep. Now, what was the significance
this is
and
what I was just
twist
getting
to
by.
it?
This is what I was just getting to is they look at it for a while and finally Selena says, "Charles, is that you?"
Oh yeah.
And then Charles goes, "No,
No,
it's my father."
that's my father.
And
Did he say it's worse? It's my father.
No.
oh yeah, maybe it's much
Maybe.
worse. It's my father. Yeah,
Yeah.
something along those lines. But yeah, so the big cliffhanger is that the painting is of Charles's father.
Yep.
So that will come into play in some way. I wonder if we'll get to meet someone playing his
His
dad,
father.
which would be
God.
interesting.
It would be very.
I'm assuming the
interesting.
father's dead, but they
You
haven't
can
said
assume all you want. He hasn't said anything about him being dead.
Exactly.
The
Too
only
bad
reference you
Carl
have to the
Reiner's
father,
dead now because he would have been perfect.
he would have been. The
Who?
only reference you have to the Carl Reiner
Maybe
Oh.
it'll be Mel Brooks.
could be. The only reference
my
you get
God.
to Charles's dad is when he tells the story in the first season when he's picking the locks.
Yeah.
He tells Mabel that story
Yeah.
that was from a Brazos episode too.
Yep. It's all lies.
But that's the only reference you get to Charles's dad. He never references whether
Yeah.
he passed or not.
Right.
Yeah, we don't know shit about Charles's family, to be honest.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah,
anything about
we know very little about any of the characters outside of the
All
characters
right.
themselves.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
Oliver has
Tim
a son.
called it.
That's the big thing.
I'm looking forward to seeing Mel Brooks. Fuck yeah.
You
Selena's-
see Oliver's son, and then Selena really hasn't. She's
You've seen
referenced an
him on-
aunt, but like the
Yeah.
mother, and she referenced an aunt that owns the apartment she's living in.
Yep.
Where did her aunt die? I can't remember which.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So those are the two things. Yeah.
So yeah, we got
oh,
we got
oh,
whoa.
Tim,
What?
did you enjoy when Martin and Selena ran into the room at the end of the show to,
Yes, I
Or-
love the way that they ran.
they closed the door
Yes.
behind them? Okay. Did you? Like, you don't
Yes.
see that very often in shows. They always leave doors open.
Right.
And it's whatever. But Tim and I play Dungeons and Dragons, and we always make sure to close those fucking doors.
Yep. It's notorious. We pop in a room, we see something. Nope. Close the door.
Shut it, shut it, shut it.
We had a whole
right, that's-
fight, like an hour fight in this winery where there was 3 bad guys in one room. And what we would
Playing-
do is they kept opening up the door. We would fire and then shut the door.
Playing peekaboo.
So
So
every
that's-
time they came around, they had to open up the door, but we got to shut the door and fire. So yes, that's our.
Hell yeah. That's all I got. Yeah, I got nothing else
We like
to
closed
say.
doors. So does my son. He shuts every door in the house.
Privacy is
Good for
important.
him.
He just likes to
My son
shut.
leaves all the lights on.
That's expensive
Yes.
throughout time.
All right. Well, yeah, we got something to look forward to.
Hell yeah.
Do we know how many
Seasons?
seasons? Or I mean, not seasons. Episodes? Are we getting this?
What was
season?
last season? Was that last season was what 8 or 10 episodes?
8 or
Somewhere. Was it-
10.
I think it was 8, and I would assume we'll probably have the same amount.
It doesn't matter. We're going to get their story.
Yes.
And they're going to
Yeah.
tell it in the appropriate amount of episodes. And yes, why we're asking is because we want the most and more and more and
Yes.
more and more.
Yes.
But I know they're going to do it right. So that's all
Yes.
I care about.
Most
And a
def-
part of me wonders if it wasn't for Martin Short and Steve Martin having such a big
Yeah.
hand in the show,
Yeah.
if we would even like it as much, or if we would, because we're
No.
known for nitpicking
Masters
the
of
shit
their
out of
craft.
things.
Oh yeah, for
We're
sure.
always nitpicking that shit. And I'm wondering
They-
if it wasn't for these two legends that we all 3 love very much,
Impossible.
like we could just look over it. You know what I mean? Like they can't
Well,
do us no
the-
wrong.
That's the thing. Like I think in all the episodes that we've done, we've barely nitpicked their acting, their
Oh.
writing. Like we've nitpicked
Yeah.
other pieces, but it's never been
Yeah.
them.
No.
No.
And I
that's the only
don't think
thing
that you could get a duo to have that kind of chemistry and
I
that
think
kind of
we're just
ability together. I don't think it would work.
Masters of their craft.
I think we're blinded by
They know what we're thinking.
supremacy.
The light.
Supremacy?
Yes.
Are you getting a
Blinded by
pillowcase?
supremacy.
Again?
No, they are the supreme comedy legends of all
Yeah, one
time.
of the few left.
They deserve
Like,
it. I appreciate it. And thank you, thank you, thank you.
So awesome.
Yeah,
definitely.
I would have to say, yeah, it'd be completely different without them.
Now, 1 out of 5 stars.
5.
I give it a 4.5 just because of Amy Schumer.
I give it a straight 4. Yes.
I'm giving it a 5.
I give it a 4.
I loved everything about it. Amy Schumer. It was her acting was dog shit, and
It was everything
yeah.
about her.
yeah, I don't know what the fuck. She just brought it down,
Yes.
So-
I 100% agree. 100%.
and that's not even their fault. That's casting, and I don't think they.
But I
had
still
a-
think
It's not-
they,
totally
they-
into
It's just her. It was just
I
her.
still think they made the best out of it, and it wasn't eye rolling or yawning.
You know,
moment. They made the best of it.
when you
wasn't-
see somebody and you just
polish a
they have
turd,
that
it's still
face
a
and you
turd.
just want to punch them in the face. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's Amy
Step-
Schumer.
somebody.
Step Brothers.
When I see all them people, yeah.
Yep, just like Step Brothers. Yep. I just want
What
to
is-
punch you in your
I'll deliver
face.
one of these right in your suck hole.
Yep.
Right.
Is there anything I can do about that? No, it's
It's
just
Amy
her
Schumer
face.
to me. It's Amy Schumer to me. If I see her, I fuck off. I will just walk away.
But on
right.
a lighter note,
She
I'm
looks
giving
like
it
they
a
brought
5.
a Cabbage Patch doll to life.
Oh,
Jason's a 5. Aram's a
because I love the way
4.5.
they
I'm a
brought it
4.
back with such smoothness and yeah, everything I said earlier. So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna. I thought it was perfect.
Hey, if
And yeah,
Amy
Amy
wasn't in
Schumer
this,
was the
I would have
worst.
given it a 5. But
For sure.
I agree with
Well,
Aram. Everything he just said, she really brought it down. As soon as her name was mentioned, as soon as she walked in the scene, I was ready to.
Did you
check
guys
the fuck
recognize her before her name was said? I didn't.
I
I
didn't,
was like,
I wasn't looking that
who
closely
is
at
this
it.
old lady? Like, who is this? 'Cause
As
of the glasses
soon as
and
I
all
saw the face, I
clothes?
knew who she was. Yes.
Yeah, you saw her. Yeah. Well,
I didn't catch her face right away until Martin Short said it, but like she was dressed like Hunter S. Thompson and like they say Diane Keaton from fucking that one Woody Allen movie put
show
together.
or movie.
all right.
Like
Yeah.
she was just a combination of those two, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Sweet. We're gonna end this episode on Amy Schumer hate.
Yeah.
We'll end every episode on Amy Schumer.
And
what they say about it.
I did watch the Netflix thing that she was on, and it was terrible. Don't bother. And I know you.
None of them are that good. Like Snoop Dogg, Pete Davidson, her, Bill Burr.
There's pieces.
At least one more
They're
has
so
a
forced.
fucking variety show.
At this
Bill
point,
Burr's
I feel
the only
bad
one
for
that's
Netflix.
okay.
Yeah. The what one?
Bill Burr is the only one that's okay.
Yeah.
Because
he's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, and him and Jeff Ross and David Tell were funny.
Yep. Oh yeah, the bumping mics was the only other good part. It was Bill Burr and bumping mics. That was the only good part of that. That's so far the best
But
one.
the rest
yeah.
of them, like, I
but
can't
Netflix
give a shit
is a
about the
joke
rest of these.
festival. They're just pumping these things out. They're forcing, like, what are you guys trying to fucking?
Well, we both admitted that the
Hang
Pete
on.
Davidson one,
Yeah,
we don't like the guy, but he's funny.
but
I think
because
Pete
the way
Davidson can
he
be
makes
funny, yeah.
he makes the way he makes fun of how I don't like him,
Yeah.
makes me like him, and that's
He's
what I
very
liked about it.
self-aware, and he's kind of a
Yeah.
big proponent of mental health, which I actually respect.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
word.
did like that a lot.
Because he
though.
talks a lot about like being depressed and like the ways
Yeah.
he went about trying to get better.
Kanye
I
West
will-
said I had AIDS.
Oh yeah.
He's
I
a
don't think I
genius.
can forgive him. I don't think I
Kanye-
forgive him for having MGK on his show.
Yeah, right. That was okay.
I didn't get
We're
that
gonna
far.
end-
Anyway, we're not.
Even
let's
better,
move
we're
on.
gonna end this episode with MGK hate.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
No, we just did.
I want to write Hulu a note because they keep calling him a rock star.
Oh, and now he has a Hulu show called something Pink, Life in
No.
Pink.
Yeah, Life in Pink. It's a documentary. They go,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
they call him a polarizing rock star. I was like, can we stop
no,
with that?
No,
What
I want
is
Corey
happening?
Taylor to come out and say something about this.
I saw somebody put something up about MGK and they're like, dude, you lost to Eminem. Just let it go, man.
Yeah, I really want Corey Taylor to come out and say something.
Well, I just
write
want
a
them
book
to put
about
him
it.
into.
He could write a book. Just fucking
I
tearing
want
it
them
apart.
to
Alright.
really harass them to the point where he goes into country music, and then I don't have to care about him anymore.
Yeah,
Then he's Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish's problem.
Darius Rucker.
Gone in the wind.
All right. Well, that has been
All right.
Only Murders in
Only
the Building,
murders in the building.
season 2,
episode
1.
Persons
And
of interest.
we're looking forward to the
Aaron
next
doesn't
one.
like anything in sync.
Right.
It's true.
Well, I'm trying to get everything out, so Tim has to make something up to
I
say
know.
before we
just had
sign
this.
off.
We just had this whole thing going on. We just want to keep it going. But yeah,
All right.
look forward to the next episode and talking about it. Peace out, motherfuckers.
We'll catch you later.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, sure.
Hurt feelings make me laugh.
Hey, if you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to check us out. Jason, where can we be heard?
I don't know, Tim. Where can we be
Well, let me tell you where we can be heard. You can find us on all the other platforms that you find podcasts, like iTunes and Amazon Music,
All them places you find all your favorite and popular podcasts.
Spotify.
That's where I listen to podcasts, and nowadays you can rate your podcast on there. Go ahead and give us 5 stars on Spotify or any other platform you listen to your favorite podcast on.
And Spotify.
If you want to watch us, you can find us on YouTube. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, give it a share, you got a comment, all the algorithm stuff. It helps.
And if you want to comment on how bad and terrible we are doing or how ugly we look, just send us an email at bnbbanterbros@gmail.com.
And that's A-N-D, you said, between the B's?
A-N-D in between the B. You can also check us out on the multiple social platforms that consume everybody's life, like the YouTube, the Twitch, the Twitter, the TikTokity, and the Instagrammy, including Facebook. So please, come check us out. We'll catch you next time.
Okay.